Engaging all enemies.
If you guys are interested in being a member, then click the join button down below to check out the available perks. The first tier is only $1. Thank you to those of you who choose to join. What's up, Moscow? Welcome to another Division 2 build breakdown video. Before we get into the video, if you're already subscribed to me, then don't forget to smash that like button, as it really does help push our videos into the recommended section, which in turn helps the channel grow. Interaction is a big part of what helps us in the YouTube algorithm, and the extra support is very much appreciated. In today's video, I'll showcase one of the strongest, most overpowered builds in the game for solo PvE and solo Dark Zone. This build is so strong, you'll be accused of cheating.
I love you, Cronus, eh? Como mola Cronus.
You have a Cronus. Yeah, it's impossible, bro.
Now you guys have already seen from the intro gameplay how OP this build is in PvE, so before we talk about the build a little bit more, let's take a minute to watch this clip and see how devastating this build is in PvP.
Pretty hard, I must say.
Incoming hostiles detected.
I'm gonna pick up all the trophies here just because of the amount of players I'm fighting. I saved one. We might get away. I've got the movement speed from Lady Death. Now I can just funnel them here. Got one. Get them both now with the EMP. That guy's confused and I'm on a strong Lady Death buff. Switch to the Vector. He's down, I just need to finish. Got him. Easy 1v5.
Now that clip was a 1v5 which came courtesy of UK's Mike James, who wanted to help me with today's video. He's a fellow Division 2 content creator here on YouTube, and he also streams on Twitch. Both links will be left in the description below, so make sure you guys head over, check him out, and show him some love for helping me out with today's video. Also, if you want to see a little bit more of him in action, then I'll leave some even crazier clips at the end of the video. Today's build is one of the most simple and basic builds to make, and offers an insane amount of damage, utility and survivability. Just off one kill alone, you're looking at 30% armor on kill, 50% bonus armor on kill, 100% health on kill, status effect on kill, 5% rate of fire on kill, 20% movement speed on kill, and 15% weapon damage on kill. This isn't including all the crit damage on kill you can stack, helping you reach up to 225% as well as max crit chance, depending on the weapon variations you use. At its base, this build has 1.7 million armor, and fully stacked is capable of reaching well over 3 million. On top of being a tank, we have all the survivability that I just mentioned, plus 3% armor regen. So not only do you have burst forms of healing on kill, but passive healing as well, both types helping in different situations. You could also take that survivability even further by running Unbreakable for that 95% armor repair if your armor gets depleted, making you near enough unkillable. Now if that isn't impressive enough, when it comes to this build's damage numbers, when fully stacked you're looking at 1.3 million plus crits to the head of NPCs and 1 million plus to the body. With all buffs active against players in the DZ, you're hitting between 200k and 250k crits. This comes from a mix of high crit damage and amplified damage. What makes this build so overpowered though is the synergy between the gear talents, skills, specialization and weapon talents. They all chain together to make an insanely strong build that just gets stronger and stronger the more you kill players or NPCs. This is an outright run and gun build that requires an aggressive playstyle in order to survive. With each kill you replenish base armor and stack bonus armor. This allows you to create situations in PvP or PvE where you have the advantage before a fight. You can do this by leaving trophies or down players around you and then using them just before you engage in your next fight. This build is perfect for all heroic content, whether that's control points, bounties or the summit, and as showcased via UK Mike James, is an insanely strong solo build for the Dark Zone. If you have any questions, then feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Now we spoke a little bit about the build and I've showcased some of what it's capable of, let's get into a quick build breakdown before ending this video with some more insane gameplay. Right guys, starting off with the specialization, and we are using the gunner. Reason being is it synergizes so well with the rest of our build. This specialization offers DPS, survivability and utility. As you can see, we get the right foam grenade, which is great for both PvE and PvP. If you can funnel enemies and then use this grenade, you will snare a bunch of them, which makes them easier to kill. Up next, killing enemies grants 10% armor, which adds on to the 20% we already have on our build, taking us to a total of 30%. Next, every third reload is 50% faster. That's going to add to DPS, and it comes in clutch, especially when you're using a low mag SMG. The armor kit on this build gives us 100% armor repair and then 30% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Every specialization has a skill with it that you can unlock, and as you can see is the Banshee Pulse. You can see in the gameplay that is very effective, stuns NPCs, making them easier to kill. This specialization also generates 10% of total ammo capacity every 60 seconds. Which is great if you're a solo player, because you'll find you'll never run out of ammo. If you're not picking it up through NPCs, then this specialization will be replenishing it for you. Up next, rate of fire increased by 5% on kill. This is just going to add to our DPS, helping us kill faster. 50% pulse resistant, that's going to help when you're in a dark zone. And that is pretty much it for the specialization. So with that said, let's move on to the build breakdown. Right guys, getting into the build breakdown, start off with our primary weapon, and we have the Lady Death. We get 75% amplified damage, and if kills grant plus 20% movement speed for 10 seconds, which synergizes so well with this build. It is a run and gun build, so boosting our movement speed is only going to help aid our survivability and help us build our stacks up faster, so we can pump out that 75% amplified damage. Moving on to our secondary, and every weapon in this build has an important role. As you can see, I have a standard Banshee SMG here with the talent Vindictive. You can use the named version, which is called the Grudge, and as you can see here, the named version gives 18% rather than 15%. So when you kill an enemy under a status effect, you'll gain 15% critical hit chance and 15% critical hit damage for 20 seconds, and that applies to you and your teammates. But seeing as this is a solo build, it's only going to be applied to you. Now this is a pretty easy talent to proc, seeing as you're going to be running a EMP sticky, Banshee Pulse, and the gear set itself puts the status effect on kill. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to proc this talent. Looking at the attachments on this weapon, we have 5% crit chance on the scope, the 20 extra rounds in the magazine, 5% crit chance on the laser pointer, and 5% crit damage on the flash hider. Moving on to our sidearm, and as you can see, I have the named pistol, the TDI card. The benefit to using this is as a skill tier. That skill tier is going to help boost any skills that you use, obviously, so it's going to make your decoy last longer, the effect of your EMP sticky last longer, and the same applies to a Banshee Pulse. We also have the finisher talent. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 30% critical hit chance and 30% critical hit damage. Now if you don't want to use the TDI card and you want some more damage, you can use the Orbit, which has the perfect finisher talent, and that will grant you 35% crit chance and 40% critical hit damage. Right guys, now we have covered the weapons, let's get into the gear pieces. So we have 4 pieces of Hunted Fury. The 2 piece gives us the SMG damage that we're looking for at 15%. 3 pieces gives us 20% armor on kill, which will be 30% thanks to the gunner specialization. We have 100% health on kill, and then the 4 piece gives us a 20% weapon damage, amplified weapon damage buff against enemies within 15 meters. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorientates other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. That's an extra 25% weapon damage, so it's just amplified damage and weapon damage out of the ears. Looking at the attributes, we have max armor at 170k, we have 12% critical hit damage and 6% critical hit chance via a mod. Moving on to the chest piece, we have a Sokolov chest piece giving us 10% SMG damage, we have 15% weapon damage, 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and 12% critical hit damage via a mod. The talent we are using is Intimidate, while you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to all enemies within 10 meters. We're also going to be stacking untold amounts of bonus armor, which means we'll have that 35% amplified damage a lot of the time. Moving on to the Hunted Fury holster, we have 170k armor, so maxed out armor and then 12% critical hit damage. All my pieces are maxed out guys, I managed to optimize all of them, and with this being a gear set, it's one less attribute that you have to spec into, which makes it easier to optimize. Hunted Fury knee pads, again maxed out, 170 armor and 12% critical hit damage. Onto our Hunted Fury gloves, we have maxed out armor, 170k again, and then 12% critical hit damage. The idea guys is you want maxed out armor and 12% critical hit damage across the board, apart from either one mod or one attribute roll at 6% crit chance, just to get you to the 50% plus mark. And finally, the backpack, and of course it's the best in slot for any solo build in the game. It is the Memento, offering 50% weapon damage, maxed armor, so a full blue core, 1 red core and 1 yellow core. Again, that is going to go towards our skill along with a TDI card, so your skills will be a 2 tier. Moving on to our skills, and I highly recommend the decoy, not only for PvE because it distracts NPCs, but for PvP. Reason being is in PvP, it gets rid of your nameplate and it basically kind of makes you invisible. And if you're within a landmark running around between NPCs and players, they are pretty much lost when trying to kill you. As you're going to see in some of the gameplay that I show in today's video, the decoy is dropped and it's like a ninja in the dark. Just running around killing everybody and they just don't know where it's coming from. They don't know what to do. It's just crazy. Definitely a great skill to use in a dark zone. My secondary skill I'm using is the Banshee Pulse. Reason I'm using this is it just stuns multiple NPCs. Makes it easier for me to go ahead and proc the Vindictive talent and also the Finisher talent to help me stack up on that crit damage. When it comes to mods on this, I have 6.5% cone size and 15% effect duration. When it comes to the mods on the decoy, I have 7.5% health and 7.5% duration. The longer it's down, the better. I will also say if you're using the TDI card, the second skill tier only applies when you have the pistol out. Now moving on to the stat sheet, guys, and I'm not going to talk through it. I'm going to leave you guys with some crazy PvP gameplay courtesy of UK's Mike James. Don't forget to head over and check him out. Also, don't forget to smash that like button to help support the channel, as it's going to help our videos grow. Leave a comment down below and I'll reply like I always do. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Mob Squad.
Come push door. What? I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? Bow, now, now. I'm in love, that is true. Don't you know that you're toxic? Down, now, now. Down, down, now. Down, now, now, now. Baby, can't you see? I'm falling. It's dangerous. I'm calling. Da-da-na-now. I'm calling. I'm falling. Now. Where's my bonus armor, please? It's already hard enough without this cheese. Man, this is some good content, man. Thank you.
System disrupted.
Down.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Easy 1v7.
System reactivated.
Oh, let's make look on. Turn that into 1v8. Easy bot, man. Nice form. Go play Barbie. Go. Da.
Fuel is returning to base. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Detecting high threat enemy patrol. Contaminated gear detected. Manhunt initiated. Rogue Hive detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Contaminated gear detected. Rogue Fixer drone detected.